Happy well got it. Hey guys, happy Wellness Wednesday or Thankful Thursday, depending on what side of the world you are tuning in from. My name is Leona with Empowering Wellness, and I'm so excited that you're here on our wellness webinar. And I have my friend from the great Down Under, Jamie, on our call tonight for our fabulous wellness webinar. So welcome, Jamie.
Thank you very much, Leona. It's a pleasure to be here. I know people in the live can't see me, but I won't flick the cameras. Oh, actually, there it goes. It does switch it over. So yeah, fantastic to be here. And thank you for those of you that have jumped onto the Zoom.
Awesome. So yes, we are Zooming and we're streaming live and we're doing a recording. So if you have any questions, we are going to pause the recording to be able to answer them. And we'll be able to look in the comments. If you are streaming with us live, then we can look at the comments at that time for any questions. So once again, my name is Leona Douglas from Empowering Wellness in the great Sunshine State of Florida. And I am an energy worker, body worker, and practicing shaman. I create destination wellness retreats all around the world. My next big one is going to be in Switzerland next June. I've got one coming up in Orlando in March. And of course, my New Year, New You event happening here in Jacksonville, Florida in January. I do an event every single month, and some of them are bigger retreats and some of them are smaller. The whole point is to empower health and wellness. And my website, as well as myself, I try to collect information and products and practitioners and also modalities to be able to help with your health and wellness healing journey. So my website, empoweringwellness.me, is your one-stop shopping to have all health and wellness on it. And it's also where you get to RSVP for all of my fun events and retreats. And I love co-creating and collaborating with amazing other healthcare practitioners around the world. Jamie and I met several years ago when I first got introduced to quantum frequency device. And I have been in the energy world as an energy worker and body worker. And I just love meeting amazing other powerful practitioners that are making a difference and spreading the good news that Mother Nature and Mother Earth has created healing plants and medicines for us to be healthy and well for centuries. And as a practicing shaman that works with cacao, loving plant medicine, I love that plants and herbs and trees are coming back. They're taking a comeback, and we're being able to utilize them to support our body naturally. So I'm so excited that you guys are all here on your journey of empowering your health and wellness. And if there's any way that we can help, or we're hoping to get all the questions answered in the webinar for today in the PowerPoint. But if there are any questions, remember at the end, we're going to pause the recording and be able to have a chance to answer all of those. So welcome, welcome. And Jamie from Down Under, our fabulous wellness practitioner with us, please tell us a little bit about you and your history and what you're doing here on the planet to help empower people's wellness.
Thank you, Leona, for such a beautiful introduction. And yeah, the similarities between what we do, like I love that conscious collaboration, that alignment. So yeah, look, I'll keep this short because I am in the process of writing a book to describe all of that at length. But yeah, for me, it started off many years ago as a personal trainer, and I became a massage practitioner as well. And at that time, I met a healer, Elaine Johansson, who taught me a lot about energy and Reiki and chakras and breath work. And so basically, when I delved into my own spiritual awakening and journey with her, I just started to become more in a flow state. And I started seeing things shift very like instantly, basically, the more I did the internal work. So basically for 30 years, I've all been about doing the internal work. So my external reality then manifests, like whatever my highest destiny is, then manifests. And that's led me down this incredible golden path of personal training, massage, nutritional trainer, life coach. So I've done so many things. And like you, I've created my own programs, and I used to actually hold my own retreats. And then now, 30 years down the track, it's like, as we continue to do the inner work, we evolve. And so for me now, my main focus, I don't see one-on-one clients anymore. I've created a community, which is One Tribe, which we're live streaming into now. So welcome to all of you that are in the group streaming. And it's more about, I wanted to have a greater impact in the world. So when I went from doing one-on-one training or body work, I got into group training, group meditation, creating programs, moving online. And now it's all about helping the collective take care of themselves with really powerful products based on what's happening in the world. And so I look at what are the top challenges that people are facing, and then I'm always about providing a solution. And like you, I love Mother Nature. I love connecting with nature. I believe all the answers are in nature. And sometimes the way things appear in nature, and we'll go into more detail a little bit later, they can't be absorbed. Like they're there, but maybe we need to utilize that herb or plant in a different way so we can actually receive the benefits. So long story short, I feel very blessed. I'm on my life path. I'm doing what I love to do, and that's helping people and sort of break free from the system and step into their power and manifest their dream life. Without that sounding too cheesy, it's like we're all able to manifest that. It's just about letting go of what's holding us back and opening up to that divine path.
I love that. We both started off as personal trainers. I did personal training, aqua aerobics, group fitness, went to school for sports medicine, athletic training, went to massage school, body worker, energy worker, and now creating these amazing experiences and retreats and getting in this bigger, collective idea with the energy work and with the shaman work. And there's only so many we can help. I always say that the ripple effect is so huge. Like I want to help change the world in one person at a time, one retreat at a time, one event at a time, one product at a time, and allow that ripple effect to truly transfer and transmute what needs to be released so that we can refill ourselves with that unconditional love and that healing and that wellness from all that Mother Nature and more and technology and science are all bringing and collaborating together, which is such a beautiful synergy to experience nowadays.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So would you like me to start off, Leona, with that short video?
Yes, let's start it off.
All right, fantastic. So I was looking for a way that within a few minutes could share basically the golden nuggets of what Leona and I are presenting today. And I had my assistant create this for me, and I'm quite happy with what she's done. And I feel like it really explains in a nutshell, or give you an overview of what we have. And there are some testimonials in there as well. So I'll just go to the share the screen. Welcome to everyone jumping onto the live. I don't want to forget about you. Welcome to all of you. Let me know where you're tuning. Let me and Leona where you're tuning in from. And once again, if you've got any questions in the live, ask them there, and I'll get to them towards the end. Okay, go. So
So if there's sound to this, Jamie, we can't hear the sound.
you can't hear the sound.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well there is sound, but it's just it's music, so there's no voiceover.
All right, perfect.
So let's I'll just fast forward. Yeah, so I can't fast forward that, so we'll just we'll watch through that.
That's okay. I was just letting you know if there was sound, but we can't hear it on this side.
Okay, fantastic.
The ancient traditions, that's what I love.
Mm.
Gifts from nature.
And that's where we can get that balance with the modern science that this amazing company Vitify has created.
I love that. And 100% natural ingredients.
They're going through their organic certification now, actually.
Oh, awesome.
And that's one of the biggest things, as you know, Leona, the bioavailability. You know, we're only as healthy as what we actually absorb through our gut, our digestive system. And that's one of the biggest things with this product, that it can be taken sublingually and is absorbed straight into the bloodstream.
The technology, the science meets plant. So beautiful synergy.
Yeah. I feel like it's the perfect balance, just like the Vitify logo. It's a little bit like sacred geometry as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the idea of the heart mapping going around in coherence, right? Creating that
Yeah,
connection, that heart brain connection of coherence. We're creating that coherence with science and plants coming together.
absolutely. So we'll go into it a bit deeper, but there's two products. One with the extra ginger and vitamin C being the Curcumin Plus.
So great testimonial on skin. I know a lot of people are wanting to support their skin these days, or having skin conditions, detoxing through their skin,
I'm getting goosebumps as we're watching this and I'm reading them myself again.
right? Supporting the, what I call when the time keeps ticking and things start aching.
And of course, you know, we need to be compliant. Like I'll just say, as we read these powerful testimonies, we're not making any claims. You know, your body's the miracle, your soul's consciousness. That's, you know, the software in the hardware. Like you heal yourself, but this powerful product will help your body, you know, really unlock its true healing potential.
Exactly. It's just supporting the system naturally. Your body knows how to heal. Our science machine of our body, the computer inside, is amazing. And so all we're doing is giving it some things that are going to support it, so that we can download the information better, that we can, support all of the things that are going into it, and understand if it's good input or output, and how we can balance that.
So many happy faces.
Right. And this is just the start, because we're just now starting to learn about this over here in the States. I always say Europe and Australia and places are, always so much more advanced. And I love that I have friends from all around the world, from my, 106 country travel, that I get to meet people and connect with people all around the world to bring the information here.
Okay, so there we go. Back with you now. So yeah, Leona, is there anything that you'd like to share, just like seeing that powerful video?
Yeah. So for me, the thing that I look for as a health and wellness practitioner is something that is easy for my clients to use and for myself, and that is actually going to be utilized to its highest degree. And I think that that's what I really like, is that, we've all taken different herbs and things, but the science mixed in with it to combine together. When I first got introduced to this, I was dealing with my own sciatica for over 4 months, and nothing was really touching it. And I was taking forms of turmeric and curcumin and with black pepper, and helps with the absorption and all the different things, and combining it with ginger and all the stuff. And not until I got the magic golden drops and everything formulated together did I actually start getting the results that I knew that the plants could do. But I was in what I call a healing crisis, and I really needed a lot more support. And I just wasn't getting the extra support that I really needed. And until I really combined some deeper energy work, frequency machines, and this supplement together, it was like, oh, my body's like, oh, now I can absorb this. Okay, now I can start healing and supporting. And it's just amazing that our bodies are so smart that it knows what to do once we give it the right things, right? And it knows that it needs to get rid of the things that it doesn't. And that's why I love that it's skin supporting, because people don't realize when they're in the detox process, they will detox out things that are going in their system through their skin, because our skin is our largest organ of our body. And so we absorb the good and the bad in it. And we also release and detoxify it from it. And so the fact that it's helping to support people's skin conditions and issues is just so amazing. As well as all of the joints and ligaments and tendons and muscles and everything at a cellular level, right? Because we're working in that nanoparticles.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I've found, like my personal experience, before we jump into the slide deck, it's like, yeah, I'm getting goosebumps once again, like confirmation as I share this. It's like immediately, like I've had some skeletal issues which have caused injuries over the years as I've been training like an athlete in bodybuilding. So even though I'm doing the chiropractic and the massage and the rehabilitation or corrective movements to straighten everything, I was still experiencing lower back pain and neck pain. And when I got out of bed, even though I'm 52, I felt like I was 52, and I haven't felt like that for a long time. So for me, within 2 days, my back pain went. I actually remember swinging my legs out of bed, standing up, and I was like, oh my God, like, because normally I get out of bed grabbing at my lower back, like the ache. So that happened for me literally within 2 days. Now, continuing, what has it been now? Maybe 5 months, 4 to 5 months, my hair's going darker. So I've got more pepper than salt now, which I'm really quite happy about. and and that for me is massive, because I've tried hair lotions, I've tried, like, you name it, I've tried it, and I've seen it's going darker. And the mental clarity for me. So first it was the back pain, the mental clarity, and then seeing my hair after about 3 months, just the roots coming through are darker. So that for me has been massive. And touching on one of the ladies that's on here, actually on the Zoom with us, my parents are in their mid to late 80s and have been suffering with like an osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, severely swollen knuckles and a lot of pain. And in fact, before the Vitify came into my life, my mum used to have her arm held up in a sling, because if you went in, like if I leant in to kiss mum on the cheek, hello or goodbye, and I brushed her hand, she would cry. Like the level of pain she was in was so severe. And I was trying so many different things. I was throwing thousands of dollars in creams and this and that and CBD oils and things, and nothing was really working. I dropped off some bottles. It was about 3 weeks later, I did a bit of a tour. I came back to Sydney to see them, and my dad's looking at me, smacking the back of his hands. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, and he was like, I'm off my medication. And he showed me his hands, all the coloring, the redness and swelling had gone. And he was off his medication. And when he said, shh, look at mum, and I had a look at mum, and mum stood up, put her hands down on the table, stood up. So not only had all her pain and swelling gone, she was more animated and had more, she was more dynamic in her movement. And that was like 2.5 weeks that had happened. So I've seen it within myself, felt it within myself. I've seen it within my parents, and I like wholeheartedly back this product all the way. It's just been incredible.
I love that, to get someone in their older stages of life that pep in their step again, and like that excitement to move, because I always say motion is lotion, like to be able to move again and do things like that changes the quality of life for that person, hugely. And that was like me. I do ballroom dancing, and I was having sciatica pain, and I couldn't do the thing that brought me the most joy, and then I just came back from a salsa cruise and I had zero pain. Sciatica never flared back up. I mean, my feet were a little sore from all the dancing, but come on, girls, those strappy shoes, we cage in those feet. Like it's tough for them. But I had so much fun being able to dance and know that I wasn't going to have that, flare up again. And it's not come back. Like, knock on wood, it has not come back. Like, so I will never be without my magical drops.
Yeah, fantastic. And just for the men too, because I know a lot of the time it's you amazing women that jump on board with these things, and us guys, well, I shouldn't include myself in that, but a lot of men, takes a little bit longer. It might take their wife, their girlfriend to have an experience before they're open to it. But I can let you know now, gents, from a man's point of view, there's a lot of pressure on all of us. But speaking from my point of view as a man, life can be very, very hard. You know what I mean? A lot of responsibility. There's lots of things we need to do as men. And for me, this is just help because we're all under stress of some sort. You ladies are all under stress, and mothers are under stress. Like, we're all under stress of some sort, especially the last couple of years, if you know what I mean. So for me, I see like everyone needs this because our level of stress, as you know, increased acidity and cortisol and aches and pains, and we the chronic inflammation underpins basically most dis-ease. So I
Right.
see this, yeah, like, for us men too, it's like taking this, like, I'm 52, I've had some back injuries, I kind of lost my body that I had when I was back in the Chippendales, and I want my body back, I want that strength. Just thought I'd slip that in there. I want that strength back. I want that. I don't want to be in pain, and I want to have a family. So I'm in that process now where I'm rebuilding my body, and I've found not being in pain, it clears up my mind, like mentally, my mental health has improved because I'm not in the physical pain. And then the recovery from the workouts is faster. Like, I'm not as sore, like I'm recovering faster because I just don't carry that inflammation within my body. So I highly recommend this for everyone.
Absolutely. I'd like to touch on the mental health thing because the when you're in pain, that resides so much real estate in your brain that you can't deal with normal things, functions, your temper's less, you don't have as much patience with yourself and with others. And so that can really start wearing on yourself and those around you. And when that pain goes away and that freedom comes back and you're able to do the things and not being clouded by it is huge. And like that helps with mental clarity and mental health and mental well-being and your whole well-being, and that's changing your quality of life and all of those around you, because remember that ripple effect is real, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's real.
Yeah,
So you
absolutely.
want to make sure that you are raising your vibration and being healthy and happy, and so that can share to all the others. So yeah, that's huge, being able to have that. I love that. So let's go into some of the more technical stuff. Let's start our slideshow.
All right, fantastic. So I will share screen again. Okay, so here we are. Just hide that controls there. Okay, so uh, this is a presentation that a dear friend and colleague of mine put together. I just went through and added a few things of my own in there based on some more research I was doing. And like, when we have, like, it's a pre-launch opportunity, like it really is, because even though this is starting to spread quickly, hardly anyone still knows about it. I'll sit in a cafe, I'll have my bottle sitting down there. It's a talking point. People will ask. So many people I meet these days are in pain and they're suffering in some level, or their family member is, and especially after what's happened, the people that, you know, um, have been affected by the, how can I say this, that have been affected by the rollout of the governments, and what the governments wanted people to do. There's been a lot of people that have been severely affected, and my heart really goes out to them, because a lot of people trusted the government, and I'm seeing so many people affected by that. And it has been scientifically proven that a curcumin and a nanocurcumin is actually, well, obviously a nanocurcumin is highly bioavailable. And as you'll see in our slides, ours is up to 277 more times bioavailable than turmeric, having turmeric or curcumin naturally. So this is scientifically proven to help people, and we're seeing it with the thousands of testimonies that we have internationally. All right, here we go. I don't know what was happening there. So once again, I'm not a qualified physician. This presentation is not intended to provide medical advice. It is for informational and educational purposes only, inspirational purposes. It does not take the place of medical advice or treatment from a physician, though based on what's happened the last couple of years and what physicians were prescribing, which has resulted in the challenges that we've been talking about with everyone. Read that lightly. If you're on certain medication, like blood thinners or blood pressure, then you will need to discuss that with your doctor, because taking the curcumin will lower your blood pressure if it's high, and it will also thin your blood naturally. So if you're on warfarin or blood thinners, you will need to liaise with your doctor about that. So but I'd just be careful about other advice, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to be compliant, Leona, and talk around it, but talk
Yes.
about okay, and you should use this
Read
information.
between the lines and read it with from place of our heart.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've always put this in. This is a great question, like when would now be a great time to eradicate two of the major issues we face today, and that's inflation and inflammation. So as we can see here, curcumin is, I'll just move our little video box there. You can read there on the right-hand side, for those of you that are on your phone and can't read that, it says inflammation, a response triggered by damage to living tissues. The inflammatory response is a defense mechanism that evolved in higher organisms to protect them from infection and injury. Its purpose is to localize and eliminate the injurious agent and to remove damaged tissues, components, so that the body can begin to heal. The response consists of changes in blood flow and an increase in permeability of blood vessels and blah, 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 blah. But the challenge is the chronic inflammation. So obviously inflammation, when you cut yourself, it gets red, the body starts to heal, there's inflammation there, then that's good, we need that. But what this product is designed to do is to basically eradicate that chronic inflammation that's blocking the body from actually healing itself. So with PubMed, and there is a slide or two with PubMed that I did some research myself, there's over like 22,000 studies done on curcumin and turmeric. But the challenge with it is not bioavailable, and it's not absorbed into the bloodstream or into the cells. And that's where the BioMS technology has come into place, where that bypasses that. There's such a small particle. And when we mean nano, that just means incredibly small. So they've reduced the curcumin in this liquid suspension form to such a small, I suppose, particle, I could use that word. It goes straight into the cell in the bloodstream. So you can see here on this image, these are all the, let's just call them symptoms of dis-ease, where curcumin is scientifically proven to help these symptoms. So, feel free to screenshot that, or if you'd like a copy of this presentation, then I'll be more than happy to send it to you. You just would need to message Leona or myself. Like if you're if you're coming in through Leona's groups or her tribe, then reach out to Leona about anything about the information about purchasing. Go straight to Leona. And if you're in one tribe and part of my crew, then just reach out to me and we'll make sure that you get this information so you can make an educated decision. That's really what it's all about. Okay. Why is it? There we go. So you can see here the curcumin is a turmeric root extract. The origin from India. As I said before, they're going through their organic certification process now. Most of us have heard by now about Ayurvedic medicine. I actually have an Ayurvedic doctor in Sydney here that I go to and refer people to. He also is part of the Vitified community. And once again, the studies, there's over 22,000 studies on PubMed around curcumin and turmeric. And it's backed by all the scientific research. So it's not something new, but it's something that's scientifically proven. And once again, testimonies are everything. Okay, you can just see their different stats on the right-hand side about the curcumin market. And I've pretty much mentioned most of that. And you can see as of May 23, the United States National Institutes of Health have registered 261 clinical trials that are completed or in progress. So if you think about it, if turmeric and curcumin is drawing this much attention and having over 22,000 studies internationally done, then obviously there's a lot of power. Scientists wouldn't be spending their time investigating a root if they didn't think it had some potent ability to help us heal. So you can see there, I've highlighted that in red on the left. There's 22,034 studies being done or completed. That was back, I think, 3 months ago when I took that screenshot. But once again, like I took that particular screenshot because you can see there the bioavailability of curcumin, the first study, and the problems and promises. So once again, it's not bioavailable. It's not absorbed into the bloodstream. So even if you're taking turmeric with black pepper, and there is a post in one tribe, and we can make sure it goes out to everyone too, about the impact on the body and the organs of having high doses of turmeric with black pepper. And black pepper, from the research I was doing, has some sort of natural plant-based chemical that is not good for us, like a lot of plants do. So once again, we need to be educated, and this is why Leona and I are collaborating and making sure we're getting this information out to you. And as you can see there, highlighted in purple on the right-hand side, curcumin has been confirmed to exhibit very poor bioavailability, with many studies showing very low or even undetectable concentrations in blood and tissue. Major reasons postulated are due to its poor absorption, rapid metabolism, chemical instability, and rapid systemic elimination. So basically, it barely gets into the bloodstream, but then it's out really quickly. And we don't have that challenge with our Vitify. This is another slide that I added in. So obviously, it's like, what are the benefits of reducing inflammation and chronic inflammation? So the header points there are: 1, improved immune function; 2, reduced risk of chronic disease; 3, an improvement of heart health; joint health is number 4, and of course the big one, pain relief. And as Leona was mentioning, having pain in the body really eats away at you mentally. And like I've seen, like with my mum, the poor thing's been in pain over a long period of time, various amounts of pain. And all I want to do as a loving son is take her pain away as quickly as I possibly can. And at the same time, naturally, because I'm not going to poison her with medications, sometimes we've had to use painkillers because it's been that intense. But what we found is the painkillers didn't really work and the curcumin did. So we really want to take away the pain and then look at the deeper health benefits that we can have.
Exactly. We're not putting a band-aid on a situation. We're actually allowing the body to heal at its natural root, cause of what's actually the issue. So you're going to the issue. You're not just putting that band-aid on it.
Absolutely. And at any time, like once I've finished a point or one slide, Leona, please just, jump in and add something in as well. Because I know you've got a wealth of knowledge and experience.
Yes, thank you. And the great thing is that the technology of this, not every supplement is created equally either. And so when you buy a lot of supplements, I know a lot of my clients here, they'll go to Costco or Walmart or something and they buy these big bulk vitamins, and you have to understand most of the stuff in there is just filler and blah. So, and the fact that you're only even absorbing a little bit of the little bit that could possibly be in there and the rest of it's filler, you are just literally taking tablets and thrusting them down the toilet and wasting your money.
Absolutely. And the thing is too, and even I won't mention the company name, but I got involved in a company a while back now, last year, and I found out that they use synthetic vitamins. So
Oh,
even though they've got a certification of organic products, they've got synthetic vitamins in some of their products. So for me, it's like I will do the research, because once again, you are as healthy as what you absorb and what you put on or in your body, so or around your body as well. So I'm very, very strict on what I put in or on my body. And I will do the research, like we have to do the research. And for me, like, after being a personal trainer, not that I am anymore, but for 30 years, I was all into supplements because I knew if I got sleep right, because sleep's obviously more important and it's scientifically proven more important than diet and exercise put together. So I get my sleep right, and then I'm exercising intensely, and I needed to support my body with the right fuel, but I couldn't eat enough of the nutrients that I needed. So I needed to supplement my already awesome nutritional intake with quality supplements. And then over time, of course, look for targeted supplements like this, which is really a whole food. It's not really a supplement, but I'll
right.
look for targeted solutions like this that are going to help me, because I'm 52, I don't feel it, I know I don't look it, from what other people say. And it's like I want to make sure that I have a family, like when I'm 52, so when my kids are say 20, when I have them, but I'll be like 70, 80, 90, I want to make sure that I don't have any problems. I want to make sure I'm functional and I can enjoy my life to the best of its ability. So therefore I choose to take, I'll get rid of that video because we've seen that. I choose to take targeted supplements. So you can see here. So go, Leona.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact is you want to make sure that you're figuring out what's best for your body, supporting it and giving what you're really going to use and your body's going to use and utilize to the top. And that's why I think about this is the technology meets the plants, you can utilize all of it.
Absolutely. I'll just go back to that previous slide because I want to make sure we show that one.
Yeah, that absorption part is key.
Yeah, so you can see there you've got the organic native turmeric, you've got micronized turmeric, and then of course you've got our bio-MS. So it's the quality, but of course it's the technology with that high quality that enables us to get the results in the blood and therefore physically, energetically, mentally, and emotionally, that we're actually getting. And once again, you've got the patented technology. And I haven't met the owners yet, but I've seen lots of videos and live streams with them, and their energy's beautiful. They're on a mission to help humanity, and yeah, they've developed and patented this technology, so no one can come along and take the technology. Yes, there's obviously going to be other companies in the future that create their own technology and bring out their own products, but energetically, I feel aligned with this. It feels clean. It feels truthful. I take the product. I hold the products like in my hand. I muscle test. I get a yes. This is the real deal. And that patented technology just unlocks the power of the curcumin.
And I love that you just talked about muscle testing, because I have my clients muscle test their supplements, or if they need to start a new product or regimen with me, and we'll muscle test if it's the right product, how much, sometimes the label may say one or two, but your body may need three or four in the beginning and taper off. You may need one dropper full or two, and muscle test. Like, our bodies know what our bodies need. Listen to your subconscious. And if you've never done muscle testing, it's a great thing. You can ask your subconscious out loud, show me my sacred yes, show me my sacred no, and then ask the questions in a yes or no, and allow your higher self, your conscious being, to be your pendulum and be able to say yes or no and how much you need of it. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, the retreat I'm going to do in Switzerland at the Swiss Mountain Clinic, the Swiss German doctors that I work there with, they actually muscle tested me as well with stuff. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, this is amazing that people are actually learning this technique and doing the things. So listen to your higher self, muscle test, see what you need for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, the recommendations for a maintenance dose is 10 drops a day for women and 20 drops a day for men. And from memory, that's down to like metabolisms. And as you can see here on the chart, you've got the bio-MS women are in that sort of light pinkish color. So there's a higher absorption than men. So us men need a little bit more than what the women do. And then you can see down the very bottom that, talking about native men and women, it's like that's basically taking turmeric, just the plant, the root. So you can see it barely registers on the scale. And you can see that when you take the Vitify, the bio-MS nanocurcumin, that it skyrockets. And so it peaks after like what looks like about an hour, and then it starts to taper off after an hour. But you can see even at 4 hours, 8, 12, 16, and even after 20 hours after taking it, it's still in the bloodstream and in your cells at a much, much higher level than what taking turmeric or turmeric with black pepper can actually give you. So for me, I like to take it twice a day. I like to take it in the morning with a cup of tea straight under the tongue, close my mouth, 10 to 15 seconds, then I'll swallow, and then I sip on my cup of vanilla chai tea. And then I'll do the same thing in the evening, sometimes before dinner, sometimes after dinner before I go to bed. I like to have it. And for me personally, intuitively and muscle testing, I take pretty much one full dropper twice a day. That's around about 26 to 28 drops per full dropper. So that's a decent dose, but I know the chronic stress I've had in my life for 3 years with ongoing things, caring for my parents, building multiple projects and training. I just know that my dosage that I need for myself is 2 full droppers a day. Some people are less.
Yeah, I love that. A little user friendly on the using of it as well. I have found that if I put it in my juice in the morning, that I also need to then refill that same juice container again with water, because it has some of the resin still in it. I don't want to lose any of the essence. And remember that your curcumin, your turmeric, is a yellow, like they used it back in the day to stain fabric. So use paper towel, use under things, wash your hands. There are some tips and tricks of like making sure that you are, being safe with it. And then I also found that when I got done with my empty bottle, like I do my Young Living essential oil bottles with I put it in a thing of water, and let the essence soak in from the bottles into the water. And then I use that in my diffuser. I found that I'm doing that with this, with the dropper and the empty bottle, and soaking it in with a glass of water, and then being able to drink that as a whole entire dose afterwards, because you don't realize like there's so much and it's so concentrated. You want to make sure you get every little drop of essence.
Absolutely. And like that's another reason why we call it the golden drops, because it is that golden color. But like Justine, who I've interviewed before into my community, into One Tribe, her mother was like chronic Parkinson's disease, was in like ended up, yeah, in a lot of pain, a 20 out of 10 pain, spent 106 days in hospital. The drugs weren't working at all. Horrific, like amazing, but horrific story. For about 4 to 5 drops, and she was pain free for 40 minutes. So like literally every drop is very important. So I put mine under my tongue. You can put it in coffee and tea and drink it that way. But once again, I don't want to waste any of this golden drops. I want it straight in my body. I don't lick my lips or do anything, because if you lick your lips, you end up with a big golden grin, which is kind of cool for
Yeah,
a selfie if you want to share it on social media. But
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So straight under my tongue, I hold it there, I swallow, I drink my tea, and the hot tea, I swish it around my mouth, and basically I have no residue left on my teeth. And that for me is the best way to get it in. But you can put it in your drinks, your juices, your smoothies as well.
Yeah, and that's key, is drinking after you've taken it sublingually like that. You don't want to brush your teeth right afterwards, because again, you're going to brush the essence off that's on it, and then all of a sudden your toothbrush is yellow. So make sure you're drinking and making sure that everything is absorbed in without and before if you need to brush your teeth afterwards or something like that. So those are some fun, useful ways of making sure that you're not wasting any of the magic golden drops.
Absolutely. And as you can see, here's just some of the alliances and certifications that Vitify have as well. So, you know, absolutely incredible. Okay, so just how long are we going for now? Okay, so I won't delve too deep. Like once again, there's so much to share about this. Like I'm sure Leonie and I will jump on and we'll do a secondary follow-up Zoom on this as well, and into the group. But you can see there, we've got basically 2 lots of drops. I'm not sure if you can see it with my virtual background, but we have, there we go. We've got 2 lots of drops. We have the Nano Curcumin, which is a darker color, and then we have the Curcumin Plus. So the Nano Curcumin, the darker one, that has vitamin D in it. And then the Curcumin Plus has the nano and the vitamin D, but ginger and vitamin C. So a friend of mine, Jenny Lim, that's in our community as well, she's a bioresonance expert. And so she's tested both products on her machine against all of her clients. And what she found, so everyone can take both, but what she found energetically is people that are on pharmaceutical medications, the Curcumin Plus registered as 100% yes for them. Now, it doesn't mean that the nano is not good for them. And I suggest taking both. But for people who are on pharmaceutical medication, then potentially you could take, say, 2 doses of the Curcumin Plus a day versus 1 dose of the nano, if that makes sense. And we can jump down the rabbit hole on how to take it and how much to take it. Maybe Leona, we can do a little bit of a muscle testing demo on our next Zoom.
Yeah,
So
that would be great.
yeah, so we've got 2 lots of drops, and we've also got a fantastic pre and probiotic product called Zin Biofy for gut health. So both of those work synergistically together. Here we go. So I've basically just spoken about that. So it's a potent curcumin and vitamin D3. It's a potent antioxidant, as we can read there on the screen. For those of you that are on your phones and can't read it, then maybe hold your phone horizontally so it comes up larger. Obviously, healthy inflammatory responses, sustains intestinal intestinal health, intestinal function, improves cognitive function, and cell rejuvenation. So it's quite a powerful product. And once again, you take it and immediately it'll start to go to work at whatever's most out of alignment in your body. That's what I've found. Things like cognitive function, mental clarity, hair going darker, those sorts of things happen after 2, 3, and 4 months when you've been taking this on a consistent daily basis. There we have the Zin Biofy, so probiotics and prebiotics. So once again, it's got extra herbs in there as well. So it's promoting whole body detox, improves nutrient absorption, exhibits antidepressant properties. That's due to the probiotics in there, and can contribute to cognitive function. So that's quite a powerful product as well. Here we can see some testimonials. So you've got Justine's mum on the left there with her before, and then her, her shots. I need to update that photo actually. So her before photo is the one on the right, where she looks pale and not happy at all. And then the after photo is on the left, where you can see she's just glowing. Looks like she's reversed her aging there. Such a big difference. And hearing that story, if you want to hear that story, you can go into the group and just put in the little search bar, put in golden drops, and you'll see lots of posts that come up, and there'll be an interview there where Justine shares her testimony, her mum's testimony. It's very powerful. Is there anything you'd like to add, Leona, about your testimony or anything that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I would just reiterate the fact that I had tried kind of everything as a practitioner, and this was truly the one thing that made such a difference when my sciatica flared up. And being able to do what I love again and dance and not be in pain is just incredible. And so that for me is, I want to spread the fact that people can do more that brings them joy. That's what's important right now in life, is find what brings you joy and do more of it. And if you're getting limitations because your body isn't being supported as well as it could be, this is such a great opportunity. Or if you know other people that need to be supported, this is such a great opportunity. So let's do a quick little pause and see if there's any questions from anybody.
Okay, so I'll pause the recording. We're still going to be streaming. We're just going to pause the recording here.
All right, guys. So we had some really great questions on our quick little break here, and some things to reiterate. We have it sourced from India. It's going through its certification with organic. We had an amazing, powerful testimony that came through about how these have literally changed her life. And she recommends that if anybody needs the support to use it. Some of our other questions are they safe to use with children? There is drops per weight of pounds that can be used with children, and we're going to be specifying those. When I looked at the graphic that I saw in the group, it's less than 30 pounds for 1 drop per age of year. More than 30 pounds, 10 drops a day is recommended amount. And 1 bottle, if you are using the bottle, is about a month's worth supply. But if you are muscle testing and you're needing more support or less support, you can, it might only last you 2 weeks, or it might last you a month. And we saw that there are 2 different formulas. The one formula, if you have the ginger, the vitamin C, and the D3 one, muscle test if you need this one with the ginger, or if you're needing it without the vitamin C or ginger. We are actually going to do a whole muscle testing follow-up on this, because the amount that you take is really intuitively of what you need. But if you're taking the standard on the bottle recommendation of the 10 drops a day maintenance, this bottle will last you for a month's supply. And you can either get this in wholesale or retail. And so if you come into, like, say, my place, you're going to see my retail shelf with my health and wellness stuff. You can get it off of retail right from me. But if you're actually wanting to share it with other people, you have an opportunity to be able to become, like us, a distributor of it, get it at wholesale. So in the beginning, if you're really wanting to support your body and you may or may not share and recommend, I would still recommend becoming a wholesaler, so that you can be able to take maybe a little bit higher dose in the beginning. So for, like me, I was taking both in the beginning when my sciatica was really flared up, and now I've weaned off to only taking the one. And so I would recommend that, just so that you can save, right? And then if you're going to talk about it, because if you're going to be like us and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is amazing, it's helping, how do I get it? Wouldn't it be so nice to just, like, send your friends the link and be like, here, you get it from here, and then you too can feel amazing, right? Or stock up your shelf at home, and you have your friends come over, or family, for the holidays, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Well, what a great, stocking stuffer or a Christmas present to be able, or a holiday gift to give someone, to be able to help support. I mean, me personally, I think the gift of health and wellness is the best gift that you can give anybody any time of year. So becoming a wholesaler just makes it that much easier to gift the loved ones that you want that support and that love for their body.
Yeah, look, I love every word that you're saying. It's what's going on in my head anyway. For people here in Australia, because it's still pre-launch, like we don't have a corporate office and warehouse here yet. In the US and through Europe, you do. So with us here in Australia, you can't be a customer. You know, if you click on my link, if you've come through, obviously my group, because it's in Australia, when you click on shop, there'll be no products in there. So you must become it says an entrepreneur, but that's just really setting you up with your own wholesale account. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want to do that anyway to get it at the cheapest price? Yes, of course, you need to pay a higher amount because you're buying a bulk pack, but there's 3 different types of packs, which we can go through just shortly. What I wanted to mention, what's happened, initially I bought the smallest pack, and then I registered my dad and bought the biggest pack because I would get the commission from that sale. But I regretted buying the smallest pack because what happened when I got the product and started feeling better, I had like about 15 friends that all wanted bottles. So, you know, they bought them from me from retail because we just like to support one another in what we do. And then I ran out of stock, and then I had nothing. And I was taking high doses, and so was my mum and dad. So I wish I'd have bought the biggest kit in the beginning. And yes, it was a little bit more of an investment, but I would have had 48 to 50 bottles then, you know? And anyway, so what I've found, because, and it's like with any really good product where you feel a difference, you naturally are going to recommend it or want to just give people bottles as gifts. And I do that too. You know, I've got friends that are in particular situations in their life. And because I'm doing good with this, you know, and I've got stock, you know, so I'll just randomly express post them a bottle or two, you know, just because I can, you know, and that warms my heart, and then I'm helping them get out of pain. So, yeah, I like doing that. I was just going to say, Leona, do you want me to quickly share a couple of slides?
Yes.
There's a couple more slides I wanted to share,
Mhm.
and something that I know is a big thing in many people's lives is actually our animals. It's our pets. And um,
Yes.
you know, like you look at this poor guy, like on the left-hand side there, look how inflamed his face is. And that was day one. You can see the date there. That was back in the 23rd of July this year, 2023. And then you can see, I think it was a matter of days. There's no date on there, and I will update the slide, but that was a matter of days. And look how like a light pink, so much of that pain and inflammation is gone. And you can see the sadness in his eyes on the left there, you know. So, you know, for me, you know, helping our furry friends, you know, is very important. Now, I just want to draw attention to, I've got to get rid of the video
Yeah,
box.
well, that's part of their family, right? So we talked about supporting our family and our friends. That's part of it, right? The four-legged, two-legged, winged,
Absolutely.
whatever your family extension is.
That's right. And the dog on the right too was having seizures, you know, and then the seizures stopped. So
Mm.
once again, not making a claim, but if you've got animals or friends, loved ones that have seizures, then this could be something that helps them as well. You know, so I had a friend's family, their daughter was having seizures, and it's like at that time all I knew was cannabis oil, and she started taking it and it helped her to a degree, but not as much as what this potentially could. So all right, so let's just zip through. So this is like how to take how you can take it. Obviously, under the tongue is the best way, but you can pop it in your water, your coffee, your tea. Just remember too, it does stain, so you might want to, you know, mix it around and get the residue out of the cup. And obviously, we've shared about testimonials, and there are a couple of slides here about the company. And I think it's important, even if you're ordering for yourself and your health and you're not interested in the business opportunity there, I think it's important you want to look at who are the owners, who are the founding principals, who are the people behind the product. Because for me, it's not just about the product. I need to know that the company's solid, that the company's grounded, that their vision is actually to help humanity, and there's not some sort of dark entity behind promoting some sort of product. And so, once again, the founding principals, a husband and wife, they're beautiful people. Haven't had the pleasure of meeting them yet, but I've seen plenty of videos, and just their energy is fantastic, very grounded, very peaceful. Of course, once again, you've got the patented technology, which is absolutely critical to the success. And what I will say, as a little bit of a hint, they're really a technology company that's brought their first product out, curcumin. So just entertain the idea of, well, what other foods or roots or herbs or products they can bring out with their patented technology. So remember, you're only really as healthy as what you absorb. And if most of what we have doesn't really get absorbed based on your digestive health, that's why they've brought out Zenbiofy to improve your gut health, to increase the absorption. But can you imagine having a sublingual product, drops for, say, just vitamin C, or maybe some other product that you can take at a smaller dose and get it straight into your bloodstream? So that's something just to consider. This may be, wink, wink, just the first of other products that are going to come out with that technology. And for me, that's really exciting. Obviously, you've got an exclusive international opportunity because it's in multiple countries. And the business model really is quite simple. It's probably one of the most simplest business models that I've ever seen.
I love that. I need simple in my life these days. With as an ambassador of so many different companies, I'm like, please just give me the best products at the easiest way to give it to people and to be able to support everybody. Like, just give me simple. I need the easy button these days.
And I love it too. Like, the back office is simple, it's easy. I love the way it's dynamic. And yeah, I love everything about this company. For me, there's not one red flag, not at all. So you can see obviously the stats and, the countries that it's not in. So, opening up more through Europe. And so, yeah, from a business point of view, it's a phenomenal opportunity. And especially after, I suppose, one of the blessings I've found after the last 3 years of what has happened has pushed more people online.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people's businesses have been shut down and they've lost their jobs because they didn't want to get the, what, or, just due to the market and people going online, they've lost their livelihood. And so I know people are looking for an opportunity. So for me, my head, rests very deeply on the pillow at night, knowing I've got a product that's backed by science that actually works, that's affordable. So more people can utilize the product and get out of pain. And at the same time, by simply referring and sharing it, you can create quite a healthy financial abundance from that. So,
And that's so true, right? Right now, we just need abundance, abundance of health, wealth, wisdom. And that's what I think we're getting here, getting Mother Earth, Gaia connected with science, connecting with people. I mean, there we are.
absolutely. And you can see there the technology, customer first culture, the leadership team, they're beautiful, beautiful people. So yeah, it's absolutely an incredible opportunity. What's next? Let's have a look. This just more goes into growth and momentum, which, once again, it's in pre-launch here in Australia. So, from a market perspective, not a lot of people know about it. So it's a good opportunity from that point of view. But once again, for me, the reason why I do this, having that abundance side of it is like really good because we all need that, to sustain life
Yeah.
at a certain level. But for me, it's more about the product. And if the product doesn't stack up, I'm not interested in anything else. So for me, this product stacks up. So therefore, I would like to know more about the opportunity side of things because, I have bills to pay. I've got parents I'm looking after, and I'm on my own self and my own vision and goals that I have set aside. So this is how it's done, really. We just share it with friends, share it with people. I've always got a bottle or two on me or in my gym bag. I'm always talking to people. I like to connect with people. I like that community vibe. And, people just naturally tell me their problems, and what's going on. And, I don't always pull out the bottle of curcumin, even though I know they need it. I might just sit down and have a chat and get to know them for a while and see where they're at and how maybe I can be of service to them, or maybe they've got information to help me, So I'm not out there banging the drum. I'm just, I'm a walking, talking, I suppose, just hard on legs that cares about people. I'm always looking to help people.
Well, that's the thing is energy worker, people are attracted to us for whatever reason that is. And it's either to share something with them, to help them to help us. It's an all energy connection. We're all just energy beings. And if this can help raise our vibration because we can move with ease and grace and love and joy and be able to do that more and connect with more, then we're just helping that raise that vibration and the frequency and create that ripple effect,
That's
healing the
right.
world and one
Absolutely.
product, one experience at a time.
Absolutely. When it comes to the art of manifesting, and like I touched on before in the very beginning about wanting to manifest my highest destiny, like what is my highest destiny that I've come down here to live? Well, I need to dissolve the lower vibrations within me so I can have more of my soul's consciousness in my temple, therefore flowing out into the reality to create, what it is that I desire. And, if you're in pain and you're suffering and mentally you're drained, and then, you need to balance that out. And yes, these drops are very powerful and they're going to do amazing things for you, but we still want to make the lifestyle changes. We still want to make, get our sleeping patterns down. Obviously those mothers, are kind of laughing at me right now, but, another reason to take the product because your sleeping patterns are out. But we need to make the lifestyle changes. We need to exercise. We need to put the right fuel and food and hydration in our body. And if we have skeletal imbalances, then we need to see like an osteopath or a chiropractor or some sort of body worker to help us with that. So obviously taking the drops is not going to correct a twisted pelvis and a scoliosis, but it's going to help your body reduce the inflammation, which promotes that environment within the body to heal itself. So therefore, I believe from my own experience, when you're seeing body workers like Leonie, or you're seeing chiropractors or osteopaths, you're going to your body will respond better to their treatment because of the less inflammation. And that's what I find when I get a massage or chiro. They go, wow, your body responds really quickly. And it's like, because my lifestyle and my habits and behaviors are supporting what it is I want to achieve moving forward. Now, without me,
Conversation I had with my massage therapist friend today when we traded, it's like, now that we know the things that we know, our bodies can respond so much quicker and hold things, and can really be able to self-correct itself, and with a little bit of pressure and a little bit of manipulation, a little bit of stretching, where before you'd have to like work so hard to correct, and now it's like we don't have to work so hard. Again, I'm trying to find the easy button. As the time clicks on, I want to find more buttons to be able to click on the easy button to be able to have my life with ease and grace and love and joy in it.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. Now, just to go through the packs, this I wouldn't recommend getting the kit 250. That's the one I bought in the beginning. It just doesn't give you enough bottles. At this point in time, there's a 4-week wait on shipments, but basically by Christmas, that should go back down to 8 to 10 days on shipping. So if you order now, the end of November, and there is a promotion where you get extra bottles and a box of Synbiofi, and we'll go through that shortly too. So if you order now, you'll get yours in about 3 to 4 weeks' time. For those of you that do order, we can organize to have some bottles shipped to you from our own personal stock. So we can talk about that maybe offline, like if you're keen to put your order through. So that way you can get a couple of bottles now and start, and then wait until your shipment arrives. So the kit 250, I'll just get my...
So delays are global, and so that's what I did. Is I ordered my bottles, and then someone in Orlando here in Florida had some extra bottles, and I got her to ship them to me so that I could get them quickly. That's how I started off, because I needed them stat. I was in that healing crisis of needing it. So I love that we recommend that they order, but we can also have people to be able to do that. So yeah, just get with us privately with that.
Exactly. So the kit 250, you can see there, you got 4 of the Nanophi curcumin and 5 of the curcumin plus. There's no Synbiofi in any of these first packs. Now, these packs are only for your first purchase. Once you purchase this, then you can, especially if you come on as an entrepreneur and get that free wholesale account, you can go in and order anything that you desire once you've put your first order through. So for people in Australia, that $339 US is 512 Australian dollars. At this point in time, and give or take a few dollars depending on who you bank with and the exchange rate that they give you. The majority of people go for this kit, the kit 500. So that's 689 US, and in Aussie dollars that's 1,040. The app that I'm using, it's usually they give you a really good rate, so it's generally around about 1,100 Aussie, but you can see you're getting 22 bottles of the curcumin. You're having 11 of the standard and 11 of the curcumin plus. So if you actually do the maths, because you can sell this at retail if you choose to, and so if you sold 11 bottles and I put times 80, because the curcumin plus actually retails for 85, and the nano curcumin retails for $75. So if you sell 11 bottles at $80 a bottle, then that obviously makes up $880. So you've pretty much made back your initial return on investment, and you've still got 11 bottles left. So a lot of people do that to offset their original investment. You look at the kit 1250. So in the US, the kit 1250 is actually the kit 1000. So they're the same kits, just I suppose just a different name based on the market. And then that 1200.
Jamie, Jennifer here. Do you mind if I just said something?
Yeah,
With the kit, where you said that in America it's a kit 1200. Is that right? Kit 1000, and in Australia it's a kit 1250. I've only just learnt myself it's to do with volume of you get personal volume. So that's your personal volume.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with the actual price. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, it's definitely got nothing to do with the price. The price is the same. It's just the different names. So I appreciate you, Jennifer, jumping in and sharing that. So yeah, so the kit 1250 or the kit 1000 is $12.99 US, which in Australia is around about 1,962. So that could vary a little bit, but once again, you're getting 48 bottles, and that's quite significant, because if you did 24 times 80, then that's 1920. So you basically, if you sold half the pack, you would get your return on investment, and you've still got 24 bottles, which will last you for quite a long time. So there is that benefit there where you can get that return on investment. The I just want to quickly get rid of the controls there. So they're the packs. I just want to stop sharing, and I actually want to bring on the promotion. There's a particular image for the promotion which shows you the promotion at the moment.
Yeah, for supplements, I mean, we spend hundreds of dollars per bottles of all sorts of things. And for something to have this kind of impact for this kind of price point, I think is absolutely fantastic. And it's so affordable for people to get nowadays, which is great. And becoming in a wholesaler to be able to help other people get to it, I just think just makes smart business sense. It's just, and it's makes sense to help share it more easily and readily. And I love that they're doing a promo. I didn't know that. So this is perfect timing for this webinar.
Yeah. I'm just bringing it up in the group. So I'll share screen now again. Okay, share screen.
And again, Jamie and I will have all of our links to everything. If you haven't had a chance to order it and you're looking to order it, we'll be able to get all of the links to you, so it's easy, and then we'll teach you how to share your links and get in it, and whatever questions, we're here to support you. He's got an amazing setup in his One Tribe. If you're not a member, we can get you in connected with him, because he's got all of his resources and everything there. I know I'll be plugging my people into there as well. So it's just really great to be able to, have a tribe, literally, to support each other, for the collective, for the greater good, which is just absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Jamie, for being able to bring us together. Thank you for the world for allowing us to have Zoom to connect all around the world. And thanks for all of you for really understanding that, your health and wellness you're deserving and worthy of investing in your health and well-being. So thank you for being here and investing your time to learn more, to empower yourself in your health and wellness.
I agree. That's not much more I can say after that. What I will quickly show you, and I value everyone's time. Obviously, Leona and I can talk about this for a long time because it's so amazing. On Facebook, so in One Tribe, so you have the event. When you scroll down into the event, there's more information we've shared, and you can see here that you place your order before the end of the month. So here is the actual, I'll expand that. So you can see there that that's the offer. So if you're purchasing the kit 1250, like Jennifer said, the 1250 is how much volume. So that's more a business discussion. In America, it's the kit 1000. So you get one free box of Synbiofy. So that's the gut health pre and probiotic. And you get 2 extra Curcumin Plus bottles. That's with the kit 1250. With the kit 500, you get 1 box of Synbiofy and 1 bottle of the Curcumin Plus. And then with the kit 250, you get 1 box of the Synbiofy. So that's the promotion for November. And what I wanted to do, and I'm quite happy to offer this to everyone, for those of you that actually come on and place your order before end of month, to take advantage of that promotion from Vitify. Obviously, people that have come through Leonie's group and have registered with her, then you must go back to Leona for her links and order through her. That's just how we do business. It's got to be aligned and consciously like that. For those of you that have come through my group, then reach out to me. I can help you place your order and set up your account. And for Leona, for all your people too. So if anyone orders the kit 1000 or 1250, I'm happy. I'll gift them for free 2 extra bottles. And for anyone that purchases the kit 500, I'll give them an extra bottle on top. And that's on top of what you'll get from Vitify. So anyone of Leona's tribe that registers with Leona, then I'll make sure that you get those extra bottles as well from myself as a gift.
Thank you. That's amazing. Thanks for supporting us and our body. The quick question that we had in the group is the box. Is it a month supply?
The Synbiofy, I believe it can be a month supply or a 10-day detox, like depending on how much you take.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else that we need to close with? Because I do want to honor people's time, and we've gone a little over, but I just know that it was important to make sure that the questions were answered, that we connected, that we got the information out there, and that you know now with the tools that we've given you and the knowledge that you have, that you can empower your health and wellness even more by supporting your body naturally and those friends and families around you. So thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself. And thank you, Jamie, for taking the time to be able to help educate me. I learned some of the product in the business side of it and also the company tonight, which is really great. For people like me that don't have the time to research, I appreciate people who love the research and give me all the information. Because for us that, just want to be fed the information without having to do the work and the research, we appreciate those that like to do the digging. It's like, just give me the pretty puzzle done. I don't want to have to make the puzzle.
Absolutely. And like I've created groups and built academies with assistants before. But what I'm loving about this too, which I just wanted to mention, so when you do become part of the community and get your order in, whether you become a customer or a wholesaler, then you get added into a couple of groups. So we've got one group called the BioMS, welcome BioMS Wellness Evolution. So that's an international team. So you can be added into that group where they've built a small academy. So yes, there's lots of information in your back office, but they've built an academy. So you've got the resources there. There's also a Facebook Messenger chat group that you will be added into either by Leona or by myself. And then that way you can direct and ask your questions there. And we have like a plethora of amazing people internationally that can answer your questions. I'm obviously, and like Leona, we're always happy to answer your questions directly if you enroll through us. But the thing is, we're really, really busy. I've got a lot on my plate too. So I may not be able to, and neither may Leona, get back to you straight away. So we always recommend go into the group, use the search function, put your keywords in of what you're looking for. If you can't find that information, then reach out in the chat group and ask there, because you'll get an answer like very quickly. But once again, we're always happy to help you, but we're just looking to maximize the resources that we have and help as many people as we possibly can. Other than that, look, it's just a blessing. Thank you, Leona, for reaching out and wanting to have this conscious conversation about such a powerful product. I'm more than happy to, I'll look in the group today and I'll be answering questions. And yeah, I feel very blessed to be able to have a product that's so powerful, that's literally helping people save their lives. I really am.
Yes. Thank you so much for everybody that joined. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Magic Drops. Thank you, the inventors and the company, for bringing it to us, and the technology, and allowing Pachamama, Gaia, Mother Earth to be connected with science. We thank you and gratitude from our hearts to being able to have something that can be a gift of health and wellness for all. Let us know how we can help empower your health and wellness. We are here for you and for you to empower others. I'm sending much light and love into the world, into the collective, into you, from my heart to you. I honor, and the light in me honors the divinity in each one of you. Until we meet again, peace and namaste.
Namaste.